Blame Truth here, the Godfather himself, bringing you another video. If you guys can, please rate this video because this is going to be a different style of first impressions video. I can't be any more candid. I can't be any more real with you with this first impressions. This is totally different than what I usually do. I usually just pick a random gameplay and talk about what I like and what I don't like. I want to show you the moment I boot up the game until the moment I turn it off, okay? First and foremost. Secondly, I want to cover the fact that I said I wouldn't buy this game this year. I don't think it's worth $70. I don't think anyone should buy this game this year because it's literally a $70 patch. I wouldn't even call it a DLC, really. It's not. It's a bunch of recycled stuff. In fact, I've never heard so much recycled audio before as I've heard in this game so far. I'm not kidding. It's just Modern Warfare 2. Like, they just took a bunch of sounds and copied and pasted them. Whatever. First and foremost, enjoy this long intro. I can't skip it. I cannot skip it if my life depended on it. So I have to just sit here and watch these stupid studios' names pop up while loud droning music plays in my ear. Like I'm at, I don't know, a funeral or something like that. And yeah, so how did I get this game without paying for it? Well, there's a few ways. I don't want to get explicit with it because I could get in trouble, but if you have the old Modern Warfare 3 disc from 2011 and you buy the new disc and it's on the same platform, I think you can do some Amazon shenanigans with that. That's all I'm going to say. You can figure it out. You're smart people. You know what to do. Other than that, there's game sharing on PC at least, and then on Steam, I should say. And on top of all that, there is just flat out piracy. You know, there's a lot of ways to get the game for free on PC, is all I'm going to say. There's a site I was shown, and I'm not going to explicitly state it again, but I'm sure a lovely commenter will comment on it, and I'll heart it, and you can look through the comments and see what site I'm talking about. Anywho, let's get into what I'm doing here. I just want to show you how long it actually takes me to get into a match. When I boot up Call of Duty, man, I've been playing these games for so long. 2007 is when I started. Been playing these games for forever. I just want to get into the game. Just want to get into a match. So there's this cool import legacy settings feature here. Why I can't use Vanguard or Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, I don't know. So I guess I'll just import my stuff from Black Ops Cold War. The only problem is that it doesn't work. It just does not work. You saw me, I think, change at a certain point my input settings to like controller only. It's going to just erase that. It's going to get my sensitivity settings wrong. That feature just doesn't work. And it's going to mess up my first match I actually load into, and you'll see in a second. But anyway, I just want to show you how long it actually takes to get into all this stuff. And I'm kind of rushing through these settings here. I have never been so bombarded with pop-ups and useless text and other crap. It's getting to the point where after the install, which was over 100 gigs, I'm tired of waiting. I just want to jump in. I just want to jump in. Like, Call of Duty is like fast food. Imagine going to McDonald's and some neckbeard mulleted chef comes out and he's just like, oh, we're making you the Big Mac. You know, that's a terrible French accent, but whatever. And they proceed to slowly make your Big Mac. And that wouldn't be that bad if it actually tasted way better than the shitty cold, flavorless meat patty Big Mac you usually get, but it just tastes the same, or in some cases worse. So why do I gotta wait this long for all this garbage? You saw back there, I did all that stuff, and then its update requires restart. Why? I gotta wait on shaders to preload. Why? I have a beast PC. Why do I gotta wait on this? I got a 4070 Ti. I got a 13900K, 64 gigs of RAM. But like, why do I gotta do this? M.2 SSD. Why do I have to wait on all this crap? The point is I'm trying to just like get used to this horrible UI, which they haven't changed from Modern Warfare 2. It's the same reject Hulu garbage with like weird vertical cards or whatever. So I'm trying to like navigate it. I think my controller's broken, but the issue is that I have to literally hit A every single time on these pop-ups to learn how to use their confusing, stupid UI, when it could just be simple. It could just be a list, and you don't have to have a tutorial to use the UI, but whatever. So I hop in the team deathmatch. Oh, here's more stuff I gotta read. Code of conduct, whatever. I don't care. I'm not talking in this game because you fuckers are gonna ban me for saying like, I don't know, Faygo grape soda or something because you misheard me, okay? Like, no, I'm not gonna even talk. There's no point. Nobody plays this game that I know of anyway, so I don't have anyone to talk to, and if I do talk to them, it's gonna be over Discord. I'm not gonna use game chat. So anyway, again, I'm trying to just navigate through my stuff with LB and RB. I'm using a controller on PC. Shaders are still loading. Something pops up. I'm just trying to get into a match. So here we go. Finally, it's been 5 minutes and I rushed, man. I rushed to get into this lobby. Are you bored watching this? Well, imagine how I feel playing it. It's so slow. It's like Chinese water torture or whatever, but with Mountain Dew game fuel dripping like Modern Warfare 3 juice on my head. It takes so long. And you can say this is just a one-time thing. Stop complaining. You boot it up, you set the settings, then you're done. Okay, fine. But if you think it's going to be that way all year, every new season, you're probably going to have to do something regarding like just sitting and waiting and not being able to skip a cutscene. Or update requires restart, probably all year long. That's probably going to be like a weekly thing, and that is if Sledgehammer doesn't immediately release this garbage and then go on vacation like they usually do. Regardless, I'm finally in a match. I'm finally in High Rise. It's been over 6 minutes. You can see the YouTube time tracker, whatever. It's been over 6 minutes. Here we go. Let's play, boys. Finally. Oh, wait! I can't fucking move! My stick doesn't work. Those import settings from Black Ops Cold War just doesn't work. It does not work. It thinks I'm using a mouse. I'm pretty sure, it showed earlier, I set it to controller. I have never used a mouse and keyboard on Cold War, ever. So here we are. I can move my stick, but I can't move, like my left stick, but I can't move my aim stick. Wrap your head around that one. So unfortunately, viewer, I have to leave. Sorry, I can't fix this in game. I have to back all the way out to actually get the mouse off. So that's a great setting. Here we go, leave match. So let's move on to the next one. Now here's the issue. And this is funny. More shader pop-ups and stuff like that. This is really funny. I'm gonna actually cut this out. I'm gonna cut this part out because it's just me going through the UI, trying my hardest to like navigate stuff because it's just confusing and awful. Regardless, I'm gonna cut a lot of that out. We're gonna fast forward. It's been over 8 minutes, by the way, before I can even get into a match. So we're gonna fast forward. We get to Karachi immediately. I am worried because Karachi is not a good map. It's not. My biggest complaint with them rehashing Modern Warfare 2 maps in a game called Modern Warfare 3, aside from the fact that they got the numbers wrong, is the fact that half of Modern Warfare 2 OG maps really aren't that good. I hate to break it to you. You can get mad and pissy and throw a fit. You can poop your little diaper if you want. I don't care. I know that Karachi's just not a very good map. Like, there's so many vertical camp spots, and they haven't really changed them, as you'll see in this gameplay. And again, I'm cutting this down for time. It took me over, I'd say 9 minutes, judging from my Vegas track, and I didn't record every single little bit, but I recorded most of it. It took me over 9 minutes to get into this match here. We can finally play, right? Let me check the stick, make sure everything's good. Yeah? Oh, wait, nope, something else is wrong. Back to the menu, let's go. Unfortunately, it did not import my settings properly, as I stated before, and now I have to fix my stick sensitivity. It's at 7. I have never played on 2 sensitivity in my life. That's like old grandma, you know, with a pet sloth while she drinks frozen molasses slow. I ain't playing on 2, I play on 7. I've always played on 7. Looks like weapon motion blur is on as well. Okay, fine, whatever. I'll fix it later. I've never turned that on. I always turn off those like boomer dad in front of their 60-inch TV settings, those visual settings and stuff like that. And honestly, God knows what kind of aim assist settings it gave me. If I have any at all, aiming felt a little harder than usual this match, and I don't know why. I played the beta, it didn't feel this way, so who knows what it put me on? I'll have to fix it later. It's also possible it didn't give me any aim assist, like I said earlier. It might just be off, you know? And there's gonna be some smooth brain that's gonna be like, well, only losers use aim assist. If you don't use aim assist and you're playing on controller, you are doing nothing but nerfing yourself, and you are an idiot. You're a blithering, smooth brain, virgin moron. Get the fuck out of my comment section. Don't even think about commenting it, if you can even think a rational thought at all. Thank you. So let's discuss the audio first and foremost. I'm not sure if this is like a thing that's been happening the past several years because I pretty much immediately mute the audio. I didn't mute the audio this time because I thought that the import legacy settings thing would work. How naive I was. But in this match, I mean, it's just the loudest music I've ever heard. It plays at the start, it plays in the middle for way too long, and it plays at the end. Do yourself a favor, turn this trash off. It gets old. Speaking of getting old, most of the audio in this is just used from Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2. It's just recycled. The operator lines, you know, the way things sound, I mean, even down to the UI, the way things look. I mean, hell, again, the maps are just recycled from Modern Warfare 2, the OG. This game is just a recycle job. Let's call it what it is. If you try to argue against that, I don't know how you would. It's a recycle job. But the gameplay, let's talk about the actual core gameplay here. This is the one thing this does right. It feels good. You know, it feels a little different from the beta, though. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that. Maybe it's the assault rifle I have. I don't know, but it feels like I'm a little slower. Actually, it feels like like things are a little delayed. The animations take too long now. Does it feel like the beta? I'm not sure if that's just me. Maybe it's just, I don't know, some weird placebo effect or something. But let's talk about the gameplay as it pertains to Vanguard. Why go back to Vanguard? Because I really want to reiterate. People seem to forget that Vanguard, from a core gameplay standpoint, played fine. It played good, I think. I think it was a well-paced, good-feeling, smooth, fun-to-shoot people Call of Duty. This is the same studio that made Vanguard, and I think we were forgetting that Vanguard is up there with one of the worst Call of Duties of all time, and it had nothing to do with core gameplay. Here's what I'm afraid of. This is my first impressions for the future, I should say, before I get into more stuff. But my first impressions for the future are, I don't think Sledgehammer have the talent to actually make this game fun for the entire year. I think they're going to make it gradually worse, just like they did with Vanguard. There is no excuse for why Vanguard was so bad. They had all the time in the world. They had, you know, a setting that's been done a lot before. They had all the blueprints there on how to make things good, and they continually, throughout the year, messed up. The counter spy plane would stop V2 rockets. They broke aim assist for like a month, which is a critical part of the game. It's like ordering a Burger King burger with no patty, you know? It just doesn't make sense. Like, how do you mess something like that up and keep it messed up like that for a month? I'm pretty sure to this day, party matchmaking still doesn't work. I'm pretty sure to this day, packet burst is still a thing. Never was fixed. Now we have this game here, and people are saying like, wow, Sledgehammer, thank you for bringing us back to form here. This game is just what Call of Duty's kind of always been, so I don't really understand the praise. It's what it's been before they decided to just mess with it and change it. Okay? Like, it is. And I don't think that's deserving of praise. Most of the work, I'd say 80 to 90% of the work is done for them. It's done for Sledgehammer. They haven't shown us really anything yet. It remains to be seen how bad their new maps are going to be. It remains to be seen how they handle actual balancing things. It remains to be seen how they handle, like, feedback of any kind. And people are saying, like, wow, they listened to feedback during the beta. Yeah, you hadn't bought anything yet. If you think they're going to maintain that after they release this game, no. I really don't. I'd be shocked. I don't know, guys. This is the weirdest first impressions video I've ever given because this isn't really a first impressions. I can't give you a first impressions accurately because everything in this game is recycled. There's like literally nothing new. And I've been saying that about Call of Duty for the past several years. Like, they're not really doing anything new. And when they do try something new, it's so bad. I'm just like, well, I see why you don't really try anything new too often because you really, really suck at it. The time release perk system. People are like, well, you complain when they do something new. That's because it's bad. How about you give us something new that's good and fun and I don't know. I can't really give you an accurate first impressions. The core gameplay, it's fine. It plays fine. It plays well. Skill-based matchmaking, it's still there. I haven't played in like a year. This didn't feel like the hardest lobby ever, but like it didn't feel like the easiest one either. I got melted pretty quickly. And yeah, for those wondering, this tracks your previous Call of Duty experience and previous Call of Duty performance, and yeah, it'll throw you right into a skill-based matchmaking lobby. There's gonna be no transition period. If you haven't played for a year, well, tough luck. I'm probably gonna go negative my next match because I'm just trying to get my bearings again. We had one pretty good guy on our team. He got like 22 kills. Oh, another thing, they went back to 75 kills in TDM. Why? This is a fast-paced Call of Duty. We need a 100 kill score limit in TDM. We have been saying it for the past decade. This is stuff that was solved like back in Black Ops fucking 4, man. Why? Bring 100 kills back, and you could say, why are you yelling? Why are you getting pissed off? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Because this has all been done for them in the past. Just look to the past. People complain that TDMs ended too quickly in these older fast-paced Call of Duties like Black Ops 4, Black Ops 3, stuff like that. People complain they couldn't like drop nukes and stuff in TDM because it ended too fast. In fast-paced Call of Duties, yeah, it ends too fast when it's not 100. Why is it 75 a fucking again? It's like every good thing they do, they just forget about it. They have brain damage or something. Amnesia, I don't know. It gets so old, and that's my first impressions of this. It just feels old already. The hype is just non-existent. I think people are finally Call of Duty'd out. Well, I'm out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Wait till it goes on sale if you have to buy it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.
Do some parting advice?